game, like just the lore around it, like the combat, everything around, is interesting if you get into it. But if you just look at it like, oh, it's an upgrade, I gotta bullshit to get it, blah blah, then it gets stupid. But if you invest like a little bit of time to like be like, oh shit, the Temple of Amnesia is actually interesting because I'm fighting an ancient serpent from the east, like the Shanko Isle, like the Waiko, what's it called, islands that were once turtles, and over there in Amnesia. Once you learn that island, like those islands, you'd be like, damn, there's actually a bigger story because it connects with the black crystals, the corruption of it, and then you see Zaltak. It's like you can see that it's not just Gillinor, like this one little area. It corrupted even over there, so it's like they're fighting the corruption, and it's like they. It's kind of cool because they can't get free of it unless we come in and free them. Like Siryu's been messed up in the mind for a long time, and then you can relate it to real life. If you ever hear somebody's like, "Oh, I'm so sad. What's it called? I wanna boo boo be myself," and I'm like, you just need somebody to free you from the horseshit of your own mind, because your mind is corrupted. It's something got in there that needs to be banished or destroyed. So it's like you need help. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a cool story once it gets. Oh my god! Even with Solak, Solak has a whole story. Marathel, Sealdor, I'm gonna just call him Ferdinand, and yeah, Marathel, Sealdor, Ferdinand, and yeah, those four elves, they went to the Lost Grove, and then Arathor was like, oh shit, there's like a power here in this grove that's super strong, and Arathor is like, I want to control that. And then Marathel, Sealdor, and Ferdinand is like, nah, you can't mess with the grove because that's pure anima, and that's all that. And then the anima creatures, such as Virago, Siryu, Yakamaru, and I think I said Solak already. But yeah, Solak, they're manifestations of the energy. Oh, and Telos, they're manifestations of the energy of the earth, or Gillinor. And they're the ones to protect what they're born from. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, come on, man. It's like this little crystal in the middle of Solak's chest is what they're kind of protecting. That's kind of what it is. Because if you read the lore, Solak had took the thing, like the I'm gonna just say the treasure of the grove, and put it inside of him so he can be like the treasure chest for it. And then Arathor is like, okay, let me go to the Grand Library in Prifddinas with Marathel and start learning about this. Like that's why this whole grimoire thing, the grimoire was about like dark powers to like make you stronger. That's why it boosts your crit and your damage. It's meant for you to do harder, like it's meant for you to do stronger magics. That's why it's like, bro, come on. it's, like, it's fucking cool. But what thoughts on necromancy? Necromancy, man, I think is just gonna be something bigger than we all think it's gonna be. Like archaeology was big. Archaeology led us into the histories of previous time periods in Gillinor, quote unquote. Because you see how they said in Murder on the Border, how there's like this whole other kingdom that's not even in the game yet, but there's another duke or duchess or whatever the hell they want to call them, is from somewhere else that's not in the game yet. And I'm like, okay. And then this new quest, the unwelcome guest, they're like, oh what's it called, Zamora Gal, because you had two ways to look at Zamora Gal, the one in Dimension of Disaster, and then you had the one in right now. In Dimension of Disaster, he took over. because what's it called? All the heroes went away. If there's no heroes left, all the evil people, quote unquote, take over. That's why Dimension of Disaster is focused around Zamora Gal, him enslaving Arav, Orlando Smith, and what's it called? I forgot the two factions, the Phoenix and the Black Arm Gang. Like it's a whole thing, and that's why when like literally the first thing you go to in Dimension of Disaster, he's like, "Oh, you're a hero," and then you gotta fake it like you're not. But it's a whole thing. But now that in the Unwelcome Guest, Zamora Regal, he's opening a Dragonkin door, which is gonna be real interesting because what's inside that door. So we don't know. I don't know. It's probably gonna be something of importance because most likely because it's Orphan related. That means Carapac, because Carapac was the observer. He knows a lot of stuff, and he was the main person to experiment with a lot of stuff. So I'm assuming it's a repository of what Carapac had did, and it's who the fuck knows, dog? Necromancy gonna be big. Cause they teasing it real well. They teasing it real well. Oh, it ended shit. But they teasing it real well. But I have a few videos on what I think necromancy will be. Like matter of fact, I got 3 videos on it. I got the rabbit hole. I got some more lore stuff, and one I had released recently regarding the colors and what I think it is. But then again, you know what's crazy? But then again, I was thinking, because you know what's weird? I was looking up what Carapac had, right? Carapac has 3. He's in possession of 3. Carapac is in, well, no, the needle broke. Okay, now he's in possession of 2. Carapac is in possession of 2 major elder artifacts, right? He is in possession of the mirror, which killed V, which is the Fremennik god, and he's in possession of the Staff of Armadale, or the FSOA. He's in possession of 2 of them. He broke the needle to keep Jazz busy, so he's in control of 2. So I'm assuming I don't think Jazz is dead, and I don't think no, matter of fact, you know what I was really thinking? I was thinking, like, you remember how Zaros had took the Saradomin's crown? Yeah, Zaros took Saradomin's crown because in one of the lores, like if you read through the quest line, he was like, "Thank you, Saradomin, for holding on to this crown. I'll have it back." And Saradomin's like, "You ain't gonna get it back." Zaros pimp slapped the shit out of Saradomin. He's like, "Give me my motherfucking crown." He took the crown. So Zaros is in possession of an elder artifact, which is the locator, which is the crown. And now that Carapac is in Erebus, and imagine Zaros is like, "Hey, look, Carapac, I'll save you. I'll free you from this Jazz shit, this binding service. But you need to give me the mirror, and you need to give me the FSOA." And I'm thinking, oh shit, cause Zaros is in Erebus, and he can locate other elder artifacts on the same plane as him. So he's gonna find Carapac and Jazz in Erebus, and he's gonna be like, "Give me this. I need all." I think he's gonna try to get all the elder artifacts so he could attain elder godhood. I think that's what he's trying to do. I really think that's what he's trying to do. Yeah. Nah, I don't think we're gonna fight Zaros at all. I think he's just gonna be. Nah, I don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It'll be cool, but I don't think so. Because I think because how Zaros is real in the shadows. He need because if you go to Frenesque and you go to the 6-stage circuit like this, like you know the 6-stage circuit that you get from the quest. What is it? The World Gate. If you go to Frenesque and you go to the Memoriam, you see what Zaros is all about, like what he's really trying to do. He said that in like you know in the height of his empire, like the Third Age, when the Zaros Empire was just everywhere. So Zaros is like, okay, we can't overtly push people to do anything. And Zaros is like, okay, we can't do it because the humans will like revolt and they won't do it. So he was like, okay, let me just do it from the shadows then. I need to put an implementation of thoughts in your head to make you want to do it, making it seem like it was your will, but it was really his will to make you want to do it so his schemes would work better. So like when you go to what is it, the Sanctum? It's not the I think it's the Sanctum. And you can because this is like a completionist thing. Yeah, it's the Sanctum, right? Right, because when you come here, you can start learning what Zaros did throughout his lifetime. And it gets real interesting. So it's like that's why like the empty lord, like that's why that whole thing with the like the like the whole thing with Zaros is huge. It really is huge. Like this is where you would gotta go, and these are the little shards that you get, and you could play the Memoriam device. How he had met the vampires, he had like he went to, that like that. This is how Nex, Angel of Death, got all of her stones, because Zaros went to Erebus, got the Shadow Stone. He went to Vampirium, got the Bloodstone. He went to Lang, got the Ice Stone, and I forgot where Fumus is. I forgot where he got it from Fumus. Like the smoke. I think it was Frenesque. But it was one of them. But it's freaking huge, man. I'm telling you, man. It's some deep ass shit in this game. And that's why I'm thinking, because in Unwelcome Guest, he literally said, like, Zamora Gal, he was like, oh, you're the one sending the undead? And Zamora Gal is like, it's a distraction. This is just some bullshit I'm trying to show in your face. And I'm like, okay, so there's more going on in the picture than just this nonsense of, oh, the undead is here. I'm like, at least, and they tell you in the game outright. I'm telling you, man, it gets interesting once you get into it, man. I'm telling you.